So come to the top of your mat and standing in mountain pose, start to rock the weight forward and back. And then you're just going to let your right ear drop towards your right shoulder, take your chin down towards your chest, and then let the head carry over to the left side. And again, taking the chin down to the chest, letting your head carry on over to the right, chin down to the chest, and left ear to the left shoulder. Bring the chin down to the chest and then lift the gaze. Take a nice full breath. And then we're just going to play with some shoulder rotations, spiraling the arms out. Lift the chest, lift the chin. And then spiraling the arms in, let the upper back round, everything roll forward. And then just keep breathing and spiraling, opening out and then folding in. Opening out, maybe squeezing the shoulder blades together, take the arms behind you a little way. Pause and breathe here. And then let that breath go, let the chin drop towards the chest. You might even roll forward and hang here. Open up that space between the shoulder blades. Breathe. Pressing into the feet, rounding up through the spine, opening the chest, lifting the gaze, and then just float the arms on up past the head. Anyway, bring them back down, floating the arms up. You can take them out to the front or out to the sides. Nice free movement here. You might change direction. Keep everything nice and soft. The fingers soft. The shoulders soft. The face soft. And again, changing direction, just exploring the space around you, seeing just how wide and how high you can reach. And how soft you can keep your movement. And we're going to interlace the hands behind, opening across the collarbones, and sink the weight into the knees, extend the arms, nice chest stretch, pull your knuckles towards the floor. And if there's space enough in the upper back, you might just float the arms away. And when you're ready, we're going to bring them back against your bottom and we're going to fold forward halfway and then take your hands on over to the right, twist to the left. And come back to center and then take your hands on over to the left side, move your torso to the right, come back to center. Leave enough room between your thighs that you can just fold your belly in here and either keeping the arms long against the spine or letting them come up and overhead. I'm pulling my elbows out to the side here, giving my neck lots of room. Gonna stay and breathe. And then when you're ready, release the arms. Gonna take hold of the elbows here, drop that head into the box. And just sway it out side to side in your ragdoll pose. Staying soft and loose. Releasing the arms. Just sweeping the hands round in big circles. Twisting to the left side, twisting to the right side. Come back to center, lift the chest halfway, breathing in. Rock the weight forward and back between the toes. And then you're going to anchor your right hand into the floor and take your left arm up. As you exhale, bring the left hand down, bend the left knee, reach the right arm up. Twisting side to side. On an exhale, right hand comes down, right knee bends. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left arm down, left knee bends, right arm reaches up. Exhale once more, reaching up, breathing in. You might even hold your big toe with your first two fingers and imagine you're being lifted up by a balloon here. Switching. You're going to take hold of the big toe with the first two fingers. Keep that anchoring you to the floor and then imagine that other hand holding on to the thread of a big balloon. With your next exhale, you're going to come out of that twist, release into a forward fold. Inhale, wave the spine long. Exhale, fold in. Find your wave. Inhale, reach the chest forward. Exhale, folding in. Drawing the belly in and up. Lengthen the spine with the breath in. Exhale. Gonna drop the hips. Little squat pulses here. Bringing the knees into the back of the upper arms. Dropping your bottom. You might heel toe the feet a little bit wider here so you can sink the hips all the way down into a squat. Find your feet, balancing the weight evenly. We're going to reach the arms forward. And then just have a little bit of a play with some movement in the shoulders here. Let there be some free movement in the neck. You might reach the fingertips all the way forward. Nice. Bring them down to the floor. Plug your fingertips into the floor. Lift your hips, coming back into that ragdoll pose here. Hang your head into that box. Sway it out side to side. Inhale into your half lift. Walking the hands forward, elephant pose. And then we're going to circle round. And back the other way. Feeling into the side body. Pop the hands to the floor. We're going to take a nice big step back. Knees wide, toes together, sitting in extended child's posture. Take a nice full breath. and another. And from here, we're just going to reach the arms through between the legs and hold the heels. You might rock the head side to side here, nuzzling into the mat. Giving yourself a little bit of contact massage here so that the skin and the muscles and the forehead kind of release away from that frontal bone. You might just turn the head to one side and rest here. Notice where the movement and sensation of breath is most alive for you in your child's pose. We're going to release the hands. Tuck the chin into the chest and round your way up. Come to a kneeling posture. I'm just going to roll out the head and the neck and spiral the shoulders, just like we did when we were standing. Inhaling, spiraling everything out, lifting the chest, lifting the gaze. Exhaling, letting everything just round in. Floating the arms up past the head in any way that feels good. Get long through the sides of the waist. Bring the arms down. Let everything round. Inhale. Spiral everything out. Reaching up. Nice and slow. Exhale. Bring the arms down. Drop the chin to the chest. Inhale. Unfurl. Reaching up past the head. Make your right side longer than your left. And your left side longer than your right. And your right side longer than your left. And your left side longer than your right. Reaching up through that one arm, pulling down through the other. Get into the side body. Taking the arms out. You're gonna inhale, lengthening up through the sides of the waist, through the arms, through the fingertips. Press the shins into the floor. Bring your hips up. Come into a high kneel, opening the chest. Maybe even leaning back slightly. Breathe. And exhale down onto all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Wriggle your spine side to side here. Find an undulating movement. Give the hips a swing. Maybe doing some little hip circles. Mobilize the lower back. Just moving in any way that feels good. And go back the other way. And then we're going to walk the hands forward, press the bottom diagonally up for the wall behind you. Drop onto your elbows, bring your forehead to the mat for puppy dog pose. And you can either stay here or inching your fingertips forward. You might lift your head, drop your chest and your chin to the floor here for Anahatasana. Breathe. And then when you're ready, press into the hands, round the chin into the chest. Let the hips roll forward and down, unfurling the spine. We're going to come into a seal pose. Dip the right elbow, look over the right shoulder, come back to center. Dip the left elbow, look over the left shoulder, and then come back to center. Dipping to the right side, back to center. Dipping to the left, coming back to center. We're going to drop the left forearm to the mat, bend the right knee. Can you reach back and catch that foot? Bringing the heel in towards the center of your glute. You might create a little bit of resistance by kicking that foot into the hand. And then when you're ready, we're going to release that side. Bring the right elbow down, catch the top of the left foot. Driving that bent knee towards the back of the mat, getting into those hip flexors. Releasing when you're ready, bring the head and shoulders to the floor. And we're just going to bend both knees and windshield wiper the lower body from side to side. Take a moment. Going to bring the hands back under the shoulders. And from here, you're going to bend your knees. Extend your right arm out to the side. And roll your hips to the right. So we're coming into a variation of our aeroplane posture here. You can just be lying on your right side with your right arm extended. You can keep the knees together. Or opening up, stepping that foot to the floor behind you. And then your left arm, you're going to reach up and we're just going to do some little shoulder rotations here. Spiraling in and out, and then we might reach that left arm up and overhead. See if you can bring your fingertips to the floor. And then we're going to bring some movement to that left shoulder, drawing some semicircles between your knee and then up past your head with that left arm. Feeling into that shoulder joint. Circle the arm all the way round. Roll the shoulder in. Bend the elbow. Bring the forearm round behind the back. If you do have the flexibility in your hips and you want to go ahead, bring both feet to the floor, both knees pointing up to the ceiling, you can. And then we're going to start to ease out of this shape, rolling back onto our tummies. Gonna come into a cobra pose between sides. You can prop yourself onto your elbows. Give your head a little nod. Press yourself up into seal. Take your right ear over towards your right shoulder and nod your head slowly. Bring your chin down to your chest. And take your left ear over across to your left shoulder and nod your head slowly. Take your chin down to your chest, lower all the way to the floor. Bring your fingertips back under your shoulders. Gonna come into a low cobra here, pressing the tops of the feet into the floor. Give your neck a little wiggle. When you're ready, lowering down, send that left arm out to the side, bend your knees, and just roll slowly in the direction of that left arm. Reaching the right arm up, spiraling the shoulder in and out. In and out. Reaching up and over that right ear if you can. Bring your fingertips to the floor and then start to sweep the fingertips towards that knee and then circling up and overhead with that arm. Keep it soft. Circling up and over, you might roll that shoulder in, bend the elbow, bring it round the back. Be lifting that left knee. From here, we're going to transition into our bridge pose. And to do this, you're going to just roll your weight off of that extended arm. Spiral that shoulder in and then sweep it alongside and underneath your body as you roll onto your back. Adjust your hair, your clothing, your posture. So you're lying comfortably with your knees bent, your feet hip distance apart. Shoulder blades snuggling in towards the spine, palms facing upward. We're going to do a few slow pelvic tilts here. So keep your bottom on the floor, and as you breathe in, roll the pelvis forward and arch your lower back. And as you exhale, roll the pelvis back. Let the belly drop in towards the spine. Lengthen your lower back into the floor. And then you're just going to move between the two. And with an exhale, scoop the hips up. Inhale onto tippy toes. Exhale, roll your spine to the floor. Drop your heels. Exhale, scoop the hips up for bridge pose. Breathing in at the top, lifting onto tippy toes. Rolling down on the exhale. Dropping the heels. Inhale on the mat. Exhale, scoop those hips and lift up into bridge. We're going to reach the arms up past the head for this one. Drive those knees forward. Coming onto tippy toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower the heels. When you're ready, we're going to round down through the spine. Lowering the rib cage at the bottom. Curl your head and shoulders away from the mat here. Hug your knees into your chest. Apanasana. Releasing head and shoulders. Hug that right knee into the chest and extend your left leg. Nice big loop back of the shoulders. Let the elbows hang heavy into the waist. From here, you're going to take that right leg, twisting over to the left side. We're going to stay for a few breaths. I'm going to come back on an inhale. I'm going to cross that right ankle over the left knee. Making this kind of like figure four. You're going to hug the knees into the chest. Thread your needle, hold around the back of that left hamstring. And keep a gentle press of the back of the left leg into the hands here. With the breath out, drop that left foot to the floor, extend the right leg towards the ceiling. Curl your head and shoulders up, interlace the hands behind the head, and then extend that right leg towards the floor. We're going to do 3 leg raises. That's 2. 1 more. Press the back of the head into the hands so there's no strain in the neck. And then we're going to start to circle that right leg out to the side. Pointing the toes. Imagine that right leg starting from behind the belly button. Do 1 more circle. And then we're going to change direction. Take that leg back the other way. And release. Hug that left knee into the chest. And bring your head back to the mat. Nice big loop back of the shoulders. Elbows heavy into the waist. In your own time, we're going to bring that left leg across the body for a twist. Take a few slow breaths. With the breath in, bring your hips back to center. We're going to cross that left ankle over the right knee in our figure 4. We're going to draw the legs in, thread our needle, and press the back of the right leg into the hands. In a moment, we're going to pop that right foot down on the floor and extend that left leg into the air. Interlace the hands behind the head, peel the head and shoulders away from the mat. Point the toes. Exhaling. Inhaling. Gonna do 3 leg raises. And then we're going to circle that left leg on out to the side. 3 times in each direction. Bring it back the other way. Hugging both knees into the chest. Going to take hold of your ankles or your big toes here and open up for happy baby. Have a little rock side to side. And then from our happy baby pose, we're going to bring the feet together. Down onto the mat, let the knees open out wide so we're in Supta Baddha Konasana. And we're going to take 3 slow belly breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Roll to one side. Nice and slowly make your way up to sitting. Bring the hands in front of the heart. Breathing into the heart space. Namaste.